Welcome to our 5 on 5. We're pleased to be joined by Jennifer Ware, a coordinator from So Healthy, as well as Sheriff Corey Falls from Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Jen, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Sheriff, good to see you.
Good to see you again.
All right, so we're talking about implicit bias, and before we get into the details and the rabbit hole that obviously that can be, Jen, tell us about the organization So Healthy.
Sure, of course. So Healthy is a regional health equity coalition. We are about 2 years into our coalition. And we are focused on the health disparities or the health inequities that exist in our community, specifically Jackson County right now, and then we'll expand to Josephine and Douglas County. But we want to increase the health of our community. We want to make sure that everyone is healthy and well beyond just going to a doctor's office. So we're focused on what makes our community healthy and well.
Okay, and so we have some trainings, a couple different sessions coming up next week. Tell us about those and how people can get involved and even come out there.
Of course. So we're going to be hosting, along with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, what's called an implicit bias training. And what implicit bias is just that unconscious judgments or unconscious stereotypes or images that you might have of people who may be different than you. So we're going to focus on defining that, understanding the stereotypes, and understanding that we all have these biases, and provide people with tools on how to prevent that from happening or how to get a handle of that. Okay. We will host 3 events. So a week from this evening will be our first event for healthcare and the larger community. That's at 5:30 in the evening. And then a week from tomorrow will be the law enforcement and education training, where we will each session will be specific to that sector.
Okay, all right. So Sheriff, tell us as an organization, you guys are getting involved in this. What drew you in? What made you want to get specifically your deputies involved?
Well, as a member of the Health Equity Coalition, I'm one of the members, and I had been through an implicit bias training. It was intriguing to me about understanding some of those biases that you don't realize you have. And so I thought it was important for our deputies for several venues. One, just for decision making, and when you're working with our citizens out on the street. Also, just employee relations, to understand each other, and hiring practices, and when people come in and they're sitting in front of a panel, and some of these biases that you may not realize you have. This training will help us identify, bring those to the forefront, and I believe help us make better decisions.
Very cool. All right, so we're going to talk about more about the times and when people can come out to this. When we take first, we're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Jen Ware and Sheriff Corey Falls from Jackson County Sheriff's Office. Jen's she's a coordinator for So Healthy. So we're having this training coming up next Wednesday and Thursday, Jen. So implicit bias. What can the general public get out of this?
The general public can begin to understand what bias means, begin to understand that we're all in the same boat, that we all have these biases, that it's not one specific person or a certain group that only holds them, and start the conversation, the uncomfortable conversation that many people may have with talking about race, ethnicity, or any differences. So our goal is to take that step to start the conversation, so they will understand what bias means and understand that there are tools that can help them to get control of those biases.
Very good. All right, so Sheriff, you're part of this coalition, and you guys, as the Sheriff's Office, are helping sponsor the event. This is something that you really want your people to be trained up on and be aware of everything, correct?
Right. I want us to understand our own unconscious biases, especially with what's going around the country. I think the community would ask, why didn't you do this if you knew about it? So I think that's important to do. I think we do an excellent job of training our people in Southern Oregon and law enforcement through all our agencies. But this is just another tool that I think is important to have our law enforcement be subjected to. And that's what I want. I never want to be in a position where I'm saying, we do everything right, we do all those things. If there's a tool out there that I think will help our deputies, then I want to bring that to the forefront. And of course, in doing that, I've opened it up to other agencies so we can have this discussion.
Always willing to learn. Makes a lot of sense. Okay. So Jen, if anybody can come to this event, when and where are these? It's Wednesday night and Thursday?
Yes, it's Wednesday night for healthcare professionals as well as the general public. So
Okay.
Wednesday the 12th will be the night for the public if they're interested. It's from 5:30 to 8:30 at the Jackson County Health and Human Services building on 140 South Holly Street.
Okay. All right. Very good. And then Thursday, that's for law enforcement or not for the general public?
Yes, correct. Thursday morning will be for law enforcement at the Smullen Center, and Thursday afternoon is for education professionals, administrators, and principals from local school districts in the
very good.
afternoon as well at Smullen Center.
Oh, very nice. All right. So if people want to find out more, they want to read up more on Wednesday and maybe come out. You guys have a website? Or are you on Facebook?
You can check our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is just So Healthy.
Health.-E.
Yes, SO Health-E. Thank you.
Very good. No worries. Just to make sure people realize. All right. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thank
Appreciate
you so
it.
much.
Good seeing you.
Thank
Sheriff,
you.
good seeing you.